Hi everyone, this is Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. We have here a patient who attended with a blocked left ear, and as you can see they've got this soft wax plug that extends all the way from the entrance to their eardrum in their left ear, and in their right ear they've got a condition called eczematous otitis externa, which is an expert of the outer ear. And that has resulted in a high turnover of dead skin, which has failed to migrate out of the ear and therefore ended up blocking their right ear canal. Now, guys, as you continue to watch this, I'm just going to update you on my very public campaign now against a particular membership body that's set up really to represent healthcare professionals like myself, so registered hearing aid dispensers, who are actively endorsing and accrediting earwax removal courses that are training the layperson, and in this context the layperson refers to any members of the public who have no ear experience or qualifications, and that within sometimes the space of 1 or 2 days. Furthermore, this membership body is wanting to allow some of these lay people, under certain conditions I may add, to be able to enroll and apply to become a member, an associate member of the membership body. As you can imagine, these proposals have received a serious backlash, not only from other members like myself, and I would say the majority of members, but other membership bodies, the public yourselves, because I've been sharing with you what's going on, including some of the more finer detail. And in addition, it goes completely against the clinical views and judgment of ENT consultants, who are the pinnacle of our profession. I've spoken to many ENT consultants over the last couple of weeks, and they are, one said it's completely bonkers, another one said they're completely troubled by all this, and all of them are in agreement, strong agreement with myself, that earwax removal, and in particular microsuction, what you're seeing on screen now, should not be performed by the lay person, because it is a medical stroke healthcare procedure which inherits many procedural and diagnostic risk. And you're seeing one of them now. I've got a sharp, penetrable surgical instrument in someone's ear, literally a few millimeters away from the eardrum. So you then have to ask yourself, why are this membership body pursuing this? Well, they're pursuing this for two reasons, primarily. First of all, they seek to gain additional revenue from the new membership subscriptions per year. In addition, and this is not parody, guys, what I'm going to tell you next, but there are multiple national high street audiology chains. I won't name them, but they are also actively training their non-clinical staff on some of these courses that are accredited by this membership body, to get trained in earwax removal, inverted commas, and then treat unsuspecting members of the public. And they're doing this because if they instead train their registered hearing aid dispensers like myself, then who would be prescribing the hearing aids? And that's because in the UK, although earwax removal is not a regulated activity, the dispensing of private hearing aids within the private sector is regulated, so it can only be performed by a registered hearing aid dispenser. So you can see the business model. And two board members are representatives. They actually work for some of these national high street chains, and in fact one of the board members who work for one of these national high street hearing aid centres are actually a lead author in these proposals, but has failed to declare any conflict of interest, which clearly there is. So that's the current state of play, and the members are growing increasingly frustrated because they are demanding some answers and questions. For example, they want, in these proposals, these lay people I make reference to, and as I said, it could be anyone really in the public domain. They are referring to them as associate wax members, but are not clearly defining what this could mean. We all know what it means, but we want to, for the avoidance of doubt, want the membership body to explain that it can mean, as I said, lay people when it comes to ears, such as beauticians, receptionists, car salespeople, school teachers, electricians. These are some of the people that we are aware about who have been trained by courses that have been accredited by this membership body. And also the membership want all the poll results, all the surveys that it conducted, all the findings of the surveys that it conducted with members and public representatives disclosed and fully disseminated so we can review it. But that has also been not been answered. And this is despite the fact that results of all previous other polls and surveys are clearly and widely available on their website. So you can see the optics of all this. It doesn't look great, does it, guys? In any case, and as predicted, this membership body is going to continue with these proposals. I can't see them doing a U-turn because it's not in the best interest of these national high street chains. So I'm going to continue with my opposition so as long as it takes. Now, what's happened just yesterday is that one of the board members, I think they are actually messaging a few people, but one of the people that they messaged is a colleague of mine who has kindly forwarded me this message, and it's quite a long message, and a lot of it is just basically talking about the history of earwax removal in the UK, how historically it was performed by GPs and nurses in primary care, and audiologists weren't really actively involved in earwax removal until probably 25 years ago or thereabouts. So they gave a great history about earwax removal, and then they just really focused on me. Which is really, really interesting. So, and this is what I was predicting. They are not able to address the concerns, the genuine concerns of the public, its members, other membership bodies and ENT. So they're just going to divert attention to me and try and discredit me. So I've got it right in front of me. So I'm just going to discuss some of the things they were saying. So first of all, they asked in this message to the recipient of it, and they said the following: if you've been following Neel, brackets, aka Wax Whisper, rant, you see his high level of self-praise. So let me explain what's meant by that. So earlier last week, this membership body put out a statement because of all the growing concerns from the membership. Once again, they failed to answer any of the concerns of the membership. But in an attempt to digress and divert attention, they launched a personal attack on me. They make very clear about their stance of non-routine cases, which many of you guys know that I perform on a regular basis, and they said that I shouldn't be doing it and I'm pushing the boundaries. So in response, so in self-defense, not self-praise, I provided, and I showed you guys as well, various letters, communications, emails from a number of different ENT consultants who are not only fully aware of my practicing of non-routine cases, but in fact, some of these ENT consultants are referring these cases on to me to perform. And also I shared a very nice email from one of the consultants who was actually praising me, which is different to praising yourself. So you can see the angle of attack. So they are mistaking self-defense for self-praise, to discredit me. The next thing they have inaccurately stated is that on my website, that I am crediting people who are performing ear syringing. Now, let me just explain what ear syringing is. So ear syringing is it can often get mistaken for another procedure called ear irrigation. And this individual claims that NICE is a health authority in the UK, had banned syringing years ago, which they had with a metal syringe. And also irrigation. So they've got that wrong, because irrigation is part of the NICE guidelines. Now, irrigation is when water is flushed into your ear using a controlled motor pump. It's what is used at your dentist by the dental hygienist when they're irrigating your mouth. In fact, irrigation stemmed from one of those devices that was previously used in the mouth to irrigate your mouth. Ear syringing is historically known as the pumping of flushing of water using a metal syringe. Now, because ear syringing is such a common phrase, it's become synonymous with earwax removal. So quite often people contact my clinic requesting earwax removal, but they use the phrase ear syringing, and we explain that we don't do ear syringing. And they goes, yeah, what we meant was earwax removal. It's a bit like how many people use the phrase Hoover instead of vacuum, because the company Hoover is synonymous with vacuuming. So they are quite often the terms are used incorrectly, interchangeable. But on our website, we have a section called treatments where we list various treatments. It doesn't say that we provide the treatments, it's just so that the public are aware, it's for their education. And we've included ear syringing as one, and it clearly states there that this is old-fashioned, it's not performed anymore, and it's certainly not performed by qualified healthcare professionals. And we also have a separate page which discusses ear irrigation, where it clearly states that ear irrigation has superseded the old-fashioned ear syringing, and it's a lot safer. Now, there are specialists who advertise their services on our website, and when they do, they can select the different procedures that they perform. So when members of the public view their profile, they can view their methods of earwax removal and learn more. Now, because the term ear irrigation and syringing is often confused by the members of the public, we use the term ear syringing on the profile. However, in brackets, we then put the term irrigation, and then there's a link there. So when people click the link, it actually takes them to the ear irrigation page, not the ear syringing page. But this is what the board are focusing on, things like this. The other thing that this individual is bringing up is other courses that provide earwax removal in the UK, and mine included, and he's made reference to mine. In fact, he actually attended my course many years ago. Now, the ear course that I run, which is supported by ENT, when this individual attended, is solely developed for qualified healthcare professionals with the relevant ear experience and knowledge. So it's not designed for Joe Blogs off the street. And it's similar to earwax removal for professionals like myself. It's similar to a qualified dentist then attending additional courses to be able to expand their scope of practice. For example, my cousin sister is a dentist, fully qualified dentist. She recently attended a composite bonding course, a 2-day course where she can now perform composite bonding. Similarly, you can attend other dental courses such as the fitting of these new Invisalign braces. So you don't attend a degree to do that, you go on additional courses, because it is expected that as a qualified dentist you have most, if not all, of the prerequisite skill to be able to perform this activity. So most courses in the UK provide 1 or 2 days training for these professionals. So this person is questioning whether that time frame is enough for qualified professionals. And to be fair, that's a reasonable question to be having. And it's a separate debate, which I'm more than willing to engage with. In fact, I'm doing some work behind the scenes as well with NHS England on this. They approached me last week. But it's a bit ironic, isn't it, where they're questioning other courses that are offering 1 or 2 days training to these qualified professionals, but they are themselves still accrediting courses of the same duration, 1 or 2 days, that are training complete lay people when it comes to ears. But that's fine, isn't it? So you can see the irony there. It would appear that this message is being pumped out to many different members. It's quite poor. I expected better. As far as I'm concerned, the board is in crisis. I can't really see it doing a U-turn, especially after what I've just been forwarded. They are just going to continue in their pursuit of discrediting me, which, to be honest, I'm not surprised, because when an organisation or a body such as this are not able to provide simple answers to simple questions, they're going to go out on the counter-attack, aren't they? So let's see where this ends. I will continue to fight the good fight, and I just want to thank each and every single one of you for all of your amazing support and kind words. I know the board members are personally viewing all of these almost on an hourly basis. You can track some activity, especially on my professional networks, people who have viewed your profile, and they're keeping close tabs on me. So I am a wanted man. Fortunately, there are now others speaking out publicly, which is great. It's good to know that I've got that public support and voice, and I hope we can all work together to bring about the changes that are so desperately needed. So take care, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye.